Hello again. This is your friendly neighborhood editor, Kim. Or should I say, one of your friendly neighborhood editors. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, you'll probably have noticed that a couple of weeks ago, our style of video changed fairly drastically. And that's because we actually brought on another editor here to Grim Scenarios to help me with the workload, given that, we all have jobs outside of this podcast, and my real life work was getting to be a lot, so didn't have as much time to dedicate to editing this podcast. So we brought on someone else who is now in charge of all the video side of the editing stuff, and they have been doing an excellent job. Unfortunately, this new editor is busy lately, but they've had to take a step back for the moment. They'll be back in 2 weeks, but this week and maybe next week, if we put out an episode next week, which no promises, but if we put out an episode next week, these 2 weeks, you'll have my editing style. So just in case you were wondering, that's what's happening. Enough of that, though. Here is episode 23 of Grim Scenarios. Please enjoy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode, I don't know, we probably should stop saying the episode numbers, right? We've got
I'm going to forget those, and we've messed them up already once when we tried, and, it's been a bunch.
Welcome to Grim Scenarios, everybody.
Sorry we've been sort of off and on recently. We had trouble getting back into a rhythm after Las Vegas. I don't know if this episode's coming out before or after the Las Vegas live show episode, which I do want to say was reviewed as our best ever by someone who accosted me in the halls afterwards and said, you should try to make them all like you do in Las Vegas. And unfortunately, we don't have a live studio audience, so you'll just have to muddle through with the inferior product.
That's right. You'll just have to muddle through with Emma and I fooling each other instead of fooling an audience of 50-ish, I think. It was pretty
Yeah, we had
full.
50-ish people there. It was a great show. It was really successful. Thank you to everyone who came out to the live show in Vegas. I think this is the first time we've recorded since Vegas.
It is.
Which is not great. We've been lackadaisical and lazy, but that is our nature.
Yeah, we're trying. We're trying, everybody. We want to keep them coming. We want to try to get ahead so that you have some podcasts. We've dropped the veneer of this being live every week. We think you understand what's up.
We also were talking, Milk and I, and we realized we were gonna run into a problem where we were gonna run out of evil characters to cover much faster than we ran out of good characters to cover. Mm-hmm. So we thought we'd do a good double up, looking at some old Trouble Brewing roles and talking about how you sort of play roles that are passive and don't make active choices and don't gain information.
Yeah, a player asked me about this recently. A newer player kind of said, so what do I do when I get a role like an outsider or like the soldier or the monk, how do I go about solving this kind of puzzle game when I don't have anything to trade, when I don't have anything to share with other people, when I don't have something, valuable to give in exchange, especially if you're a role that people might say is often used as a demon bluff, right? Something that's often kind of a demon bluffy seeming role.
And one thing I'll say to that we're not covering how to play as a demon these days. If you notice that in your group meta, some role is often seen as a demon bluff or as a regular demon bluff, and you draw the imp token and the storyteller just gives you that bluff something else. Everything can be a good demon bluff. I've won games bluffing almost every role in Trouble Brewing.
Yep.
I've won games bluffing evil. I've won games in the most ridiculous manners. But the one thing you don't want to be trapped in is, the mayor is definitely the demon bluff because it always gets to final 3. because then people will start killing mares, and then if you are the mayor or you're the demon bluffing mayor, you just get killed. So you want to keep things changing. So just as a side note, don't get trapped into this role's a demon bluff, chef is a demon bluff, investigator's a demon bluff, butler's a demon bluff, recluse is a demon bluff. I lost a game to a recluse, to a imp bluffing recluse recently. I had a fortune teller yes on them. They told me they were the recluse, and I, instead of following up on it, I just let them slide as the recluse. It was pretty embarrassing on my part. So everything is a demon bluff. Learn to bluff as everything when you're the demon. With that said...
Yeah, and don't get stuck. I just want to say one more thing. Don't get stuck when you see the 3 bluffs that you're given. Remember, you're given 3 bluffs. We said this in a very early episode. You're given 3 bluffs. You don't have to take any specific one of those 3 bluffs. You might not even have to take a bluff at all, right? You might have a spy, you might have a Scarlet Woman, you could do a lot. You could do a lot of things. Don't feel like you can't explore the space of possibility in front of you.
And with that in mind, let's talk about one of those traditional demon bluffs, the Soldier. Now, I get sad a lot when I talk to players about Soldier because they think it's a boring role. They think it's a do-nothing, have-no-fun role. And if your interaction with this game is expecting to wake up and take storyteller actions every night or get information directly from the storyteller, the Soldier obviously doesn't do any of that. But that doesn't mean you don't have important information. That's the first step in getting over these sorts of things, is the Soldier has important information. The Soldier has the information that they are good. They have the information that they are the Soldier. And they have the information that if a death doesn't happen, it's probably because they were targeted. Sometimes it's because a monk protected, because on a good script, you tend to have 2 things that can cause explanations for any plausible event. Mm-hmm. And the Soldier also has important information to gain if they die. If the Soldier dies at night, that's incredibly powerful information. It tells you, A, either you're the drunk, which means you can trust the information rules. B, there's a poisoner in play, in which case...
you can trust the information rolls on that night.
You can trust the information rolls on that night. It's very interesting and powerful information if you know how to use it. It's not active information, so try to think about your information as passive. And in this scenario, Milk is going to be playing as the Soldier in seat 7.
In seat 7.
What are some of your thoughts about the Soldier?
So, I think, fundamentally, something we want to get out of the way in our discussion first is, when you see this token, you have to make a couple of decisions. One of the things that people who see the Soldier token often do is claim a powerful information role. And that is with the intent of getting the demon to target them and spend a kill on them in the night rather than on a real information role. So something that Emma has espoused in the past and that I think has a lot of value is potentially doing a role swap. Find someone with a powerful role and do a role swap with them, right? That's a perfectly reasonable thing. You get their information out there, or they can say they're sharing your information when they give out their info, right? That's a perfectly viable strategy. What you want to avoid as the Soldier is getting into a double claim with a townsfolk who is actually a powerful role, and then continuing to push that you are the townsfolk role that you're claiming. Right? You need to be cautious about disrupting the actual townsfolk that have that ability, or else your ability has no value. Right? If you're claiming empath, and the real empath comes out, and you're still claiming empath, you're disrupting the empath's information, and you're making your role, the ability you have to soak a kill, essentially not valuable anymore, because you're going to look suspicious and the demon's not going to kill you. So it's a perfectly viable choice to play a role like Soldier openly and garner social trust. We've talked about that with the Ravenkeeper as well. You can be open about being the Soldier, challenge the evil team to come after you, challenge the evil team to call your bluff, make the evil team think that you're a powerful role that's claiming Soldier, right? Reverse the intent. So there's more you can do with it than just walk around to everyone saying that you're the Undertaker or the Fortune Teller or the Empath or the Monk.
Okay, and with that in mind, let's go to the Grim.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Milk. So, you're here as the soldier. You're going to wake up on day one, knowing absolutely nothing about the game except for the fact that you are the soldier. And what do you want to do here?
So, currently, I know slightly less than the evil team with regard to what's on the Grim. The evil team knows where they are on the Grim. They might have a spy, so they might have more information than that. They might have a baron, so they might have more information than that. I know that I'm the soldier, and I am good. That's what I've got. So 3 of the other 11 people here are going to be evil, and I have to find them. So the way I can find them is by having conversations and starting to talk to people and starting to listen to the information that's being provided.
So with that in mind, Milk, would you like to have a conversation with someone?
Yeah, let's start talking to my neighbors. Maybe I'm sitting next to an empath. That could be really useful information. Let's talk to seat 6.
Alright, you go and talk to seat 6. Seat 6 says, "Hey, Milk, how's it going?"
Yeah, I'm doing great, seat 6. Having a good night already.
They go, I'm kind of looking for a virgin. Are
Okay.
you a virgin?
I'm not a virgin, and I haven't heard of one. But if I can find a virgin, I will try to point them in your direction.
They go, "Great. Well, if I do find the virgin, I don't want to give my roll around in case there's an undertaker who can confirm me afterwards."
Yeah, that's no problem.
But if I can't, I'll probably start sharing my robe pretty soon. My roll, it's a good virgin nominator.
Okay, great virgin nominator. I'll just mark you as a top 4 because top 4s tend to want to nominate the virgin. I'll tell you I'm a townsfolk. I'm not an outsider. Obviously, I'm not going to share more than that if you're not sharing more right now.
That's quite reasonable.
Yep, that's a fair
Thank
fair
you.
exchange. Yeah. So that's a fair exchange, right? They've given me a piece of information. They've told me they're a top 4, and I have given information about the potential outsider count, right? I've tried to help with the outsider count.
Okay, next things next. Do you want to have another conversation?
Yeah, if seat 8's available, I'll talk to seat 8. This is a soft bluff of empath. It's not a hard bluff. I'm not telling anyone I'm the empath, right? But I'm talking to my neighbors.
Okay, seat 8 goes, "Hey, Milk, how's it going?"
Hi, seat 8. Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you?
They go, "Oh, I'm very good at this game."
Great. You've got a role you like?
I've got a role, and it's a role that is, one might say, holy.
Oh, are you the monk?
No,
Okay.
holy Milk.
I'll just put you down as the saint then. That's fine.
They go, "That's right, I'm your saint here."
Great. It's always great to find a saint early. I'm the slayer. So I could shoot you if you think that's valuable, but I'd kind of rather go find the demon.
They go, "Yeah, I mean, if you want to shoot me, you can shoot me. That's fine. It's not going to kill me. I'm just the saint."
Yeah, I'll probably just save it for somebody else.
They go, "Great."
All right, sounds good.
What do you want to do now?
So just to explain, right? So Slayer is not a terrible thing to fake as the soldier, even for a day or so. You want to be careful about actually taking a Slayer shot. But Slayer is something that the demon might prioritize killing if they hear about it, especially if they don't have a Scarlet Woman, and it draws some attention to you without you needing to give false information or create worlds that might disrupt town. I'll go across the Grim to seat 1.
Seat 1 goes, "Hey, Milk, how's it going?"
I'm doing okay.
Seat 1 says, "Yeah, I'm an investigator. I have a poisoner ping on seat 2 and seat 12.
Oh, well, thanks for that information, investigator. Seat 2 and seat 12, poisoner. I'll just put them there for now. All right, cool. And have you talked to them? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Seat 1 goes, "I had a brief chat with seat 2. They were trying to wiggle out of being the evil player in my ping, so I sort of want to kill them."
Okay. Interesting. Did they claim to be the recluse by any chance?
They backed into Recluse. They started with something else, but once I said I thought they might be the poisoner, they said, "Oh, I'm actually just the Recluse."
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, recluses sometimes claim other things to try to get killed in the night.
Yeah, that could be it.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be the Slayer for this game.
They go, you're going to be the Slayer for this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be the Slayer.
All right, they say. Milk, what do you draw from that conversation?
So I've actually already made a little note on my Grim here, Emma, which I have put a little note underneath the investigator claim in seat 1 as empath 1 ? Right? This is the kind of thing that an empath might do to try to avoid getting killed, but to try to point at a 1 in their ping, in their information. The recluse here in seat 2 potentially could have been claiming something else, right? Doing essentially what I'm doing, right? Trying to kind of see if they can draw a kill off the demon.
Okay.
Outsiders sometimes do that to turn their outsider role into something more positive for town.
All right, next things next, Milk. You have, I think, time for 2 more conversations today, so pick them wisely.
2 more. Oh, wow, that's exciting. Well, let's talk to seat 12.
Seat 12. Seat 12 goes, hey, Milk. I'm sure you didn't mean to confuse me with seat 2, but we can talk.
Yeah, I definitely didn't confuse you with seat 2. I definitely wanted to talk to seat 12.
Maybe seat 1 confused seat 2 and seat 12. I don't know. That would be weird if I had that knowledge.
Oh, weird that you would. So maybe you're the one claiming recluse, and everything's gone all wonky on my Grim here.
They go, nope, never claimed recluse to anyone. I'm just a top 4. I'm just the librarian. I've confirmed my player.
Librarian. Okay, great. So I'll just put you as the librarian.
Sort of confirmed my player.
What do you mean, sort of?
Well, I talked to one of my pings, and they gave me the role I saw, or investigator, and then I talked to my other ping, and they hard claimed the role I saw.
That's weird. Was seat 1 the investigator that you saw?
No.
Okay.
I saw seats 3 and seats 8.
Seats 3 and 8, and they claimed to be what they are claiming to be some outsider.
Well, seat 3 gave my role and investigator, and seat 8 just said they were the role I saw.
So seat 3 gave your role and investigator.
No, sorry, the role I saw and investigator.
Oh, okay. Got it. Interesting. Okay, I'm the Slayer.
I go, great. Well, if you want to shoot my ping, I think would be helpful to build the trust. I'm currently leaning towards seat 8 being my person, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. We'll have to think about that. Okay, sounds good to me. Thanks. All right. Well, I'm not sure what happened there, or if the storyteller made a mistake or got confused. But whatever, it doesn't really matter. I've put seat 3 in the outsider ping and marked Saint Investigator, but I've also put seat 3 as the spy. Seat 3 could be a spy, uncertain about what they're, not sure what they're being seen, unsure about what they're being seen as. They would know that player's the librarian, but that seems kind of unlikely. There could be a Saint in that ping. Anyway. A Saint also, again, might claim something else, although Investigator's a weird thing to claim to try to get killed in the night. So, weird thing for that to claim. Might be a minion. This might just be a minion. I have it as spy. Maybe I'll move it as, Baron or something. Can't be Baron. Okay. Maybe I'll put it as Poisoner.
You get one more conversation.
Let's go seat 10.
Alright, you talk to seat 10. Seat 10 says, hey Milk, how's it going? Hope I can count on your support in the endgame.
Are you the mayor?
I am indeedy.
Superb. Well, maybe, I've got a lot of great options here for my Slayer shot, so, I guess I'll see what I want to do a little bit later on.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to share with seat 10?
Nope, that's it. I don't think I have to tell seat 10 anything else. There are not any pings. I'm not really worried about it.
Okay.
So, it looks like we've got a librarian, and a recluse potentially in an empath ping. The librarian is backing up the Saint claim. The player in seat 3 might legitimately be an investigator, although did the librarian said that they backed into Saint after, or they just they just claim both?
They just claim both.
Got it. Yeah, so they might be an investigator. They might be evil. Not sure. Yep, this is pretty much about all I'm going to get. Seat 10, mayor. Yep, me, soldier. All right, let's see what happens in the noms. I don't really have anybody I want to nom, so.
Well, seat 6 does. Seat 6 nominates seat 11 and is executed and dies.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so seat 11's our virgin with their virgin ability. Seat 6 is a good player, probably the chef or the washerwoman here, depending on what else is in play. Anyway, I get nothing in the night, so.
All right, yep. And when you wake up, seat 5 died in the night.
Interesting. I'd like to talk to seat 5.
All right, seat 5 goes. This always happens to me when I draw Slayer. I die immediately without using my shot.
That's a bummer. I am the soldier. I was claiming Slayer yesterday, just to see if I could get killed in the first night, but I guess it didn't work.
Yeah, I didn't say the word Slayer at all yesterday. I was, in fact, claiming Butler.
Interesting.
I thought that would protect me.
I wonder if that might mean it's a spy game and the demon doesn't have a Scarlet Woman.
Yeah, could be.
All right, well, good luck.
Mm-hmm. You can have 2 more conversations today.
I'll go talk to seat 11.
Okay. Seat 11 goes, "Hey, Milk, I'm the virgin,
Yeah,
obviously. Would you like to offer me your
Yep, I'm the soldier. I was claiming Slayer yesterday to try to get targeted. It looks like the Slayer died in the night, so I'm just going to go ahead and claim soldier now, I think. Unless there's something else you think that would be useful for me to trade with.
They go, "Haven't heard anything yet.
Okay.
Thanks for the info."
No problem. Glad to share. Good luck. I would at this point give the virgin my entire grim. We don't have to necessarily go through that, but I would just tell the virgin, like, if they're interested, I would tell them everything I've heard.
Okay.
But I don't have to do that. Obviously, I can just everybody can kind of see the grim. I would genuinely be open with the virgin about any claims that I've heard, anything I hear going on.
One more conversation today, Milk.
Oh, let's talk to seat. Let's talk to seat 4. Let's see if we can flesh out our grim a little bit.
Okay, seat 4. Seat 4 treats you a little icily when you approach them.
Hi, what's up, seat 4?
They go, "Hey, what's up, Milk?"
Nothing.
They go, "Huh. Yeah."
You got some info? You got some info on me? You got a ping on me or something?
No, I'm just the Raven Keeper.
Oh, sure. That sounds fine. So you don't have info on me, so you're not suspicious of me then?
I've talked to someone who has some info that says you might be evil. So
okay. Well, I mean, I'm happy to tell you my role. I'm the soldier. I think it might be a spy game, to be honest. So you may not get killed as the Raven Keeper. Don't know if there's a poisoner. But there is a poisoner ping out there. It might include a recluse.
I go, Thanks, Milk.
All right, bye. So that's a fortune teller with a yes on us, probably. I'm just gonna put the fortune teller red herring on myself.
Let's ask some big picture questions. You've talked to most players. I think you haven't talked to seats 2, 3, or 9 yet.
Yeah, but I have information about them.
Yeah. So, what do you what minions do you think are in play? Right? If you had to put your cards on the table, money down, you're betting $1,000. These are the minions in play.
Unless seat 9 is the butler, I don't think there's a Baron in play.
Okay.
If
you don't think Baron?
I don't think Baron is in play. Slayer dying immediately. That can mean a spy. But I would be more likely to poison a Slayer. So my world is probably Spy Scarlet Woman just right now, if I had to guess straight up. I don't think there's a Baron. Obviously, if I talk to seat 9 and seat 9's like, oh, I'm the butler, obviously that changes, right? But but I think I would guess right now Spy Scarlet Woman based on what I can see.
Okay. There's the Spy Scarlet Woman guess from Milk.
Yep.
We'll figure out later whether he was right.
Could be wrong.
All right, it's the nomination phase, and seat 11 nominates Milk.
Okay.
They go, obviously a lot of people have talked to me today. I've gathered a lot of information. Something funky is going on with Milk, because I've heard that he's in a fortune teller, yes, alongside a player who I think is good, which is to say, Seat 5, who died last night.
Is that last night's fortune teller, yes, or is that the first night's fortune teller?
That is last night's fortune teller, yes, I'm told.
FT, yes. And a night 2, FT, yes. Okay. So, I'm the soldier. It's possible that I'm the red herring. That seems perfectly reasonable. I don't mind being open about being the soldier. I did try to get killed yesterday by claiming Slayer. That doesn't seem to have been effective. And since I'm in a red herring, or since I'm probably a red herring here, with a dead Seat 5, it seems like I better be honest about my role. So yeah, I'm the soldier. I don't know if evil has a poisoner. You can kill me now. I'm not the demon. It won't end the game. If you kill me later, you will have a chance to figure out if the evil team poison kills me.
All right. Milk, how much are you inclined to push back at something like this? Because different players have different approaches.
So in this specific case, there's a red herring on me. I'm not going to vote for... I want to make this really clear, in any way I possibly can. I'm not going to vote for myself. I'm good. I'm not going to nominate myself. I'm good. And as the soldier, the evil team has to spend resources to kill me. If they can kill me at all. They either have to spend a poisoner and an imp on the same night to kill me, which tells town there's a poisoner in play, or they have to put effort into framing me, like putting a fortune teller yes on me with a dead player, right? That might be an evil player who's trying to frame me because they know the Grim. Because I think it's a spy game, that's kind of where I'm leaning. How much am I going to push back on it? I mean, I've pushed back on it about as much as I'm willing to. I'll try to sound honest. I'll try to be open about my role. And that's about all I can do. I can't really give town anything that proves I'm good.
Okay. Well, I'll say in exchange for this passionate defense, only 3 hands vote on you. Seat 10, Seat 4, and Seat 11.
10, 4, and 11. Okay, interesting. The Virgin voted on me. Virgin's been being led down the garden path by maybe evil players. Interesting.
Okay.
All right.
Seat 1 nominates Seat 2. They go, Seat 2 has been shifty with me. It's possible they're good if we don't have a drunk, but I'm just assuming we have a drunk somewhere. I think Seat 2's evil. Seat 2 goes, not evil, just the recluse. I was trying to hide so that I could be killed in the night without wasting an execution. But apparently I'm an investigator poisoner pang. Seat 3 pipes out and says, you're not an investigator poisoner ping. I don't know where that's coming from, but I'm the investigator.
Yeah. So our guess about this player is probably right. The empath.
Seat 1 goes, Seat 2 is an investigator poisoner ping. I am the investigator.
So, if I could cut in, Emma, here's an example of what probably isn't a great choice. The empath is out. I'm the soldier. I don't know anything about this Grim, and I already know that player is the empath with another player claiming investigator, right? That's the empath or somebody bluffing empath, and the evil team knows it too. There's no point for the empath to keep hiding and make a double claim with a good player here.
And are you going to vote on Seat 2?
No.
Alright, Seats 4, 8, 9, 11, and 1 vote on Seat 2, which is enough.
Yeah.
Seat 2 is executed and dies. And that night, no one dies. You wake up and everyone is still alive.
So that looks like I sunk a kill That looks like I, as the demon, sunk a kill to make myself look like the soldier. But I don't think the evil team's stupid enough to do that to frame me. Waste a kill to frame the soldier. Interesting. So that means they almost certainly don't have a poisoner. So now I'm really living in Spy Scarlet Woman world, I think. I really need to talk to Seat 9 and find out if they're the butler.
Alright, you talk to Seat 9. Seat 9 goes, "Hey, Milk, how's it going?"
I'm doing good. I'm the soldier. I'm actually just trying to solve the evil players. And to do that, I just need to get a clean outsider count. You don't happen to be the butler, do you?
No. I think you might know what I am, though, because I think you tried to kill the fortune teller last night, didn't you, Milk?
Nope. Sure didn't.
Are you sure? Because I think you did, and I think I stopped you. You're gonna have to kill me first.
Don't have a fortune teller on my grim.
Go. If it's a spy game, which I think it is, I think you do have a fortune teller. I think I prevented you from killing them.
I think it's a spy game, but I will say, in a spy game, I assume you're claiming to be the monk.
I am the monk.
In a spy game, don't they come after you before they waste time trying to kill the fortune teller? Or do you think that they thought that
I think you
fortune
didn't
teller
realize that I knew who the fortune teller was, and tried to sneak one through.
So you think that the evil team, the demon me, thought that the monk would be protecting the virgin?
Yeah, I think you did.
Okay.
So I thought you could sneak one through on the fortune teller, but you couldn't.
So just you're confirming that the player in seat 4 is the fortune teller, then?
I didn't say who it was.
Oh, okay.
But you apparently know already.
Well, I
like
mean,
you would if you were the demon who tried to kill them.
They were claiming Ravenkeeper, so it just
You're
makes...
going down. We're calling timber.
I mean, that's fine. I'm the soldier. You can kill me. I'm the soldier and a red herring. You're probably not letting me into final 3, and that's fine. All right. So it's almost certainly now Spy Scarlet Woman. It's interesting that Monk is a little suspicious, but they're socially reading. Emma's socially projecting that they're a good player who's going to try to get me killed. I don't think there's a poisoner. I think if there's a poisoner, the monk is poisoned, or I'm poison killed. I don't see how the monk is not poisoned, unless the spy just didn't get the grim to the poisoner. Like, that's pretty weird.
All right.
Like, it's day 3.
Well, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be executed today. Nothing's going to stop this.
Yeah, I doubt there's going to be anything to stop, and I'm fine with that.
So, and we've been going for about 30 minutes, which is what we target for our scenarios.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to tell you today's information from the information roll claims that you have or think you have. The investigator in seat 1 now has a 0, they say.
Sure.
And the fortune teller in seat 4 says they have a yes on seats 1 and 3.
They have a yes on seats 1 and 3.
Seat 3 is claiming to have seen a Scarlet Woman between seats 9 and seat 4.
Scarlet Woman between 9 and 4.
So I'm going to give you a chance, right before you're executed, to make a Cassandra-like prophecy of what is going on in this Grim. For 2,000. If you get the evil team right, your score will go up from whatever it is right now, you don't know, by 2,000 points. For each, if you get 2 of the evil team members right, you'll get 1,000. If one of those evil team members that you get right is also the imp, you'll get 1,500. And if you get 1, you'll get 500. And if that 1 is the imp, you'll get 1,000.
There is a really niche world where the player in seat 5 star passed on the first night. I'm just gonna dismiss that world as really, really strange, and confusing. I think there's no poisoner, and the evil team had to come up with a strategy to get the soldier killed. I think 9 and 4 are likely to be evil together. I think there's a drunk. Is there a drunk? I never got seat 6's information. Is that public?
Oh, Chef 0.
It's a Chef 0, okay. Yeah, I had them as the chef, but I didn't have their information. And is the empath information is a 0 today
Mm-hmm.
on the investigator and the librarian. So the librarian could be the drunk, seeing an evil as the saint. That's a demon bluff because they had it on day 1. I'm gonna go with 9, 4. It could be 1 and 3. I'm gonna go with 9, 4, and
9, 4, and 8.
8.
And which one do you think is the demon among those?
I think it's 8 taking the saint bluff. It's weird, but I think it's right, and I think the librarian's the drunk. Again, I don't have any information of my own, and this might be wrong, but I think I've caught an evil in that 3. I think that's evil trying to leverage fortune teller and monk to get me killed.
All right, well, you are executed, as I said you were going to be, and die. And I'll tell you that night, Seat 9 is killed.
That's unfortunate. I got part of that wrong, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I had the wrong team. It's 10, 1, and 3 then, probably.
Seat 4 pushes on Seat 3, who's executed. The game continues. That night, Seat 11 dies.
It has to die.
That day, Seat 4, the empath now claims a 1, and Seat 4 is executed. That night, Seat 12 dies. And for 500 points, the empath is now claiming to have a 2. I'm going to ask you who you think the demon is.
Can be a star pass in here. I had Saint as the starting demon with a drunk on the Grim. Maybe that's wrong. The empath could have been the starting spy that knew to give the right info on different people. But the fortune teller looks like they're evil. Yeah, there's just not that much drunkenness, is there? Like, there's just nothing that looks really clearly drunk.
The fortune teller's info the day they were executed was they got another yes. This was on Seat 3 and Seat 11.
No, that's too many yeses, and I don't think
so there was a yes on 1 and 3. It was
a yes on 5 and it was a yes on 5 and 7,
yeah.
a yes on 1 and 3.
It was a
and
no
yes
on 6 and 12, a yes on 5 and U, a yes on 3 and 1, and a yes on 3 and 11. Then they were executed.
3 is the demon with an investigator bluff pushing on the monk and the fortune teller. They die, and then it goes to the actual Scarlet Woman who's in Seat 8. I don't see the drunk. It's just hard with it's just hard with what I have. Mm-hmm. I think the empath is good. I have to anchor my information in something. I think the empath is good. The empath's information being faked has to just be the spy. If the empath is the spy, then so be it. I just lose in that world.
The empath's information was, of course, 1 on Seats 2 and 12 when they were the living neighbors, 0 on 3 and 12 when they were the living neighbors, 1 on Seats 4 and 12 when they were the living neighbors, and 2 on Seats 10 and 8.
Oh. Well, that looks much more evil, actually. That looks evil or drunk, but yeah, the drunk has to be the librarian if there's a drunk. The librarian's probably not evil.
Going in 5.
I still think the empath could be good and might just be... Yeah, I'll say the Saint's probably the bad one. I don't think it's right, but
Okay.
I gotta pick one.
We're going to tell you what happened this game. You were, in fact, the soldier.
Good.
And the red herring for
Yeah.
seat 4, the fortune teller, who was protected by seat 9, the monk. Seat 5 was the slayer, who died in the night.
So the empath's the spy. Okay.
Seat 6 was the chef with a 0. Seat 11, as you know, is the virgin who killed the chef. Seat 12 was your sober and healthy librarian. Seat 2 was your recluse. Seat 8 was your spy. Pinging as the saint to the librarian, nearly causing a oopsie, because seat 3, your imp, also was interested in bluffing saint, which was a bluff. But since seat 8 was hard claiming it and seat 3 was just soft claiming it, they decided that seat 3, the imp, would back down. Seat 10, your mare claim, was the Scarlet Woman, who caught it when seat 3 died. Which means you did get the minions right from very early. You got 1,000 points for that, and you get 500 for calling seat 8 on the evil team when I asked you to call the evil team.
Yeah.
Seat 1 was, in fact, the drunk, who was given a 1 on the recluse to sell their information as sober, because then they could get a 0 on the imp.
Yeah, the saint was just always evil. The mayor was I probably should have read the mayor as evil, but yeah. The seat 3 felt like a star pass. I think I even mentioned it.
Well, they were executed, but yeah, it was executed too.
Yeah, it felt like a Scarlet Woman catch, and I did have the minions correct, so that's something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's hard, right? Like, it's just blatantly difficult, right? When you're relying on what other people tell you. I was lucky here in a sense that the evil teams were using not really information rolls, right? Like the mayor and the mayor and the saint weren't even giving misinformation here. I was just trying to work around the drunk information. And also I got hung up on something which is a very common thing, which is I pushed back on the people who pushed on me, right?
Which is emotionally tempting and almost always incorrect.
Yep, it's often incorrect. From the perspective of a soldier, thinking it's a spy game, though, it makes sense to look at people who are pushing on you.
Yeah, the evil team didn't need to worry about framing you. They just needed to make sure they left the fortune teller alive long enough to find their red herring, which they did. Yeah. Once they knew that the fortune teller had found the red herring, they tried to kill the fortune teller.
Yeah, I probably vote on the saint claim there and miss, but I don't think it's bad to in final 3 miss on a minion.
No, sometimes it happens.
Evil team plays well.
We're gonna clear this grimoire.
Yeah, let's go to the second one.
Welcome back to scenario 2. Where once again we're talking about being a good roll without any information of your own. Or do you?
And this time, we're going to look at one that I think a lot of people get stuck on. The famous Saint on Trouble Brewing.
Now, I want to make a noted caveat. I have a code, which is to never claim or admit to being the Saint, or try to avoid saying the word Saint during games of Blood on the Clocktower, if I can. I don't like it as a demon bluff. It makes me feel cheap. But that doesn't mean it's a bad demon bluff, that just means it's my personal opinion. That said, we're not trying to tell you how to play like you're me, because I'm a strange and quirky person.
Okay.
So you might see something you've never seen before. If you've watched me on streams, if you've played with me in in-person games, if you've played with me online, you might in this scenario hear me admit to being the Saint.
Wild. I don't even know how to deal with that. All right, Emma. Well, I've got some great news for you, which is that you are the Saint in seat 6, and I think something that might help us to get started here is to compare Saint to Soldier. Because they are different, but we're going to have some similarities in terms of the lack of information.
Yeah, so these characters, I think, have very similar play patterns. Both of them sort of want to draw an evil kill. But I only say sort of. There's lots of ways a saint can become confirmed in Game of Blood on the Clocktower. They might be the only outsider in a base 2 game, which means there's a drunk in the saint and they're just confirmed. This happens pretty frequently, especially when evil teams don't fully grasp the value of bluffing outsider. They might become confirmed because it becomes an obvious Baron game at some point. Maybe the Undertaker sees a Baron, at which point the outsiders are all confirmed, and once again, they're just good. Now, this creates a dilemma for the Saint, because if you're actually confirmed good as an outsider, I want to stress this. If you are a confirmed good as an outsider because you've been seen by a librarian, because you're the only claim of outsider in a 12-player game, or in a 12, 9, or 15-player game, if it's become a confirmed Baron game which forces you to be in play and no one's double claiming you, your goal is not to die so that the demon bluffing fortune teller and the Scarlet Woman bluffing empath can get one more day of fake information. Your goal is to live because everyone knows you're good and not the demon. And outsiders frequently are so invested in trying to get around their downside and die to get around their downside, they forget that players who are confirmed to other players are the most powerful thing in the good team's arsenal. There's a reason why when the Virgin goes off, everyone rushes to talk to the Virgin and info dumps the actual truth to them, and not whatever bullshit they've been peddling. It's because confirmed players are really, really powerful for the good team. And you don't want confirmed players dying. You want to make it tough for confirmed players to die. You want to make it so hard. So if you've realized you're confirmed by either outsider count, or by barrenness, or by a librarian, go find a monk. And get them to protect you. Be open and honest about you are. Force the evil team to kill you, but not because by tricking them, by being honest.
Yeah, if you're definitely not the demon going into the final 3, if the town goes, yeah, that person's just the saint, there's a saint and a drunk, that person's just good, you're the only outsider claim, evil's gonna kill you. You don't have to lie.
Mm-hmm. And you don't actually want evil to kill you. You want that monk protecting you if possible. Yeah. Which means the monk has to know who you are.
Yep, and know the outsider count. You've got work to do. I often hear players, newer players especially, say like, well, I don't like roles like Saint and Soldier because I don't have anything to do. Oh, you got work to do. You got plenty of stuff to do. You need to prove as the Saint that you're not evil. Otherwise, you're going to get into Final 3, and the evil team is going to frame you, right? Like, you need to do your work, right? Go start talking to people. Go start figuring out the Grim. Prove that you're an outsider. Prove that the outsider count is confirmed. Prove that it's a Baron game. Oh, and a Saint in a Baron game is the happiest person on Earth, right? They have to get killed by the demon. The demon doesn't have a choice. Okay, Emma, so as in my situation, you don't get any first night information. You're the Saint in seat 6, sorry. You like seat 4. You're the Saint in seat 6. And who do you want to talk to? What's the approach here?
I don't really care. I'll just talk to seat 4. They exist.
All right, you go and talk to seat 4. Hello, Emma. What can I do for you?
My role has a condition where if I'm executed by town, my team loses.
Oh, is that so? You're claiming
Yeah.
Saint?
Yeah, I am the Saint.
Right. Sure you are. I
Yep.
don't believe you.
I'm telling people the truth because if we execute me, we lose.
That seems unbelievable. I guess I'll tell you that I'm the Raven Keeper.
Is that the truth? I told you the truth, and you out here lying to me like this? That's
Well,
rude.
I mean, I guess you'll have to figure it out, but I'm definitely the Raven Keeper. So,
Okay. Would you like to tell me the truth, though?
nope, not really. You just have to figure out if I'm the Raven Keeper or not, demon.
Sweet. So we're just gonna mark you as the poisoner. If you want to poison me so I can be executed, that's always funny.
Sure, Emma, sure. Good luck. Person didn't seem very nice. What a rude person. Who else do you want to talk to, Emma?
I don't care. Let's go with seat 12.
Seat 12. Okie dokie. Hello, Emma.
How's it going?
I am doing fine. I'm happy to claim my role. I've actually been looking for a virgin, if you hear of one. I am a washerwoman, and I have seen one of my neighbors as a role, and I have confirmed with them that they are that role.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's really good. All me and the one of my neighbors who is good is good.
But what am I?
What are you? I don't have a ping on you. I don't know what you are.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, not based on any information that I currently have. I don't know what you are. Are you the butler, Emma? I know you like to be the butler.
No, I'm the Saint.
The
But
Saint?
I think you already knew that.
Me? I already knew that? No, I didn't know that. I'm the washerwoman.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I just know a townsfolk I wouldn't even have any way of knowing a saint.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Emma. I don't know what you think I'm evil, but I'm not. Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right. How about another one? You want to talk to one more?
Sure.
All right. Who do you want to grab? What number strikes your fancy?
Apparently, seat 8 does.
Seat 8 it is. What's up, Emma?
How's it going?
Not bad, not bad. Yeah. I might tell you my information. Depends on what you're claiming. I got some information. It's juicy.
I have the truth.
You have the truth.
And the truth is the most powerful form of information you can receive in this game.
Okay.
I know something about this game that is true, that the storytellers couldn't have messed with.
That's exciting. Well, I also know something. It can be messed with, but might not be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. What do you know?
What do you know?
I'll say that
I'm offering you something much more powerful than you're offering me.
I'll say that I know that one of seat 3 and seat 4 is probably evil.
Okay. Delightful. Which minion did you see?
I didn't. No, I'm the fortune teller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm the fortune teller, and I got a yes on seats 3 and seat 4.
And what minion was that yes on?
No, I'm actually the fortune teller. I'm not faking.
I'm the Saint.
Oh, well, I'll just check you, and then we'll know if you're evil or not. That's great.
Yeah, or we'll know if I have the red herring on me or not.
That's something that could be possible. All right, bye.
See, what we've done here is caught Milk off guard because he wasn't expecting me to play Open Saint.
Actually, I was almost certain you would. Any other conversations you want to have?
We'll talk to seat. We'll talk to seat 3.
Seat 3. Okay, seat 3 says, "Hello, Emma.
Hello, seat 3.
I want to share that I have an investigator ping on my neighbors.
Wild.
and one of them is the Scarlet Woman.
Even wilder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will share with you in exchange for that fascinating piece of information. I am the saint. Pray for me.
Well, I mean, you might actually be the saint because, like, I've already found an evil, and it's a Scarlet Woman, and usually, like, the saint's a Scarlet Woman bluff, right? So, yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
I am the saint.
So let's kill my neighbors, and that'll solve that.
Okay.
All right, sounds good. Bye. All right, Emma, you head back to the town square, and immediately upon returning to the town square, seat 12 says, "I nominate seat 7," and seat 12 is executed and dies.
I'll lean over to seat 7 and said, "Hey, did you tell them that?"
Oh yeah, they were looking for a virgin, so I told them.
But did they find you?
Yeah. We had a conversation. We agreed they were going to do that. All right. Good night. All right, Emma. Day one's not too interesting. You haven't got quite that much information yet. So why don't we move on to day 2 and see if you can suss out some more information.
But who's dead?
Yes, indeed. You wake up the following morning to discover that the player in seat 11 has died.
Ooh, spicy. Let's talk to seat 9.
All right, you talk to seat 9. Hey, Emma.
Hey, what? Hey, how's it going? Truth.
Yeah. I'll tell you the truth. It's not a problem. It's kind of weird. I have a ping. I'm the investigator.
Ooh, double.
Yeah, and I have a ping on seat 11 and seat 2.
As what?
That's the weird thing. As the spy.
Interesting.
Investigator. Well, this is a different ping, but we'll just mark these as well. There seem to be 2 investigators on your grim here, so that's kind of weird.
Funky dory.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Curiouser and curiouser. All right. Who do you want to talk to next?
Oh, well, we have to talk to seat 11, this dead spy.
Hey, Emma. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. There's a whole thing. I don't know how much of it I should out because I was doing a thing with C12. But basically, I'm the Raven Keeper, and I saw seat 4 as the monk.
Okay.
I was claiming to be the washerwoman confirmed Undertaker yesterday. But I'm not.
Okay. Good to know.
Yep. And I'll mark this one as maybe the monk, seen by the Raven Keeper.
Can I get a chat with seat 2, or am I out of time?
No, I'll give you one more chat. That's totally fine. Yeah, we can move it along. Seen by RK. There you go. Viewers, you can see that. Yeah, hey Emma, what's going on?
Hey, what are you up to this game? Are you the recluse?
No, I'm not the recluse. I'm the slayer, and I think I'm gonna take my shot today.
On seat 4, right?
I think I'm gonna shoot seat 5.
No, you said seat 4.
Well, I don't know how many people you've talked to. But I think seat 4 might be good.
Yeah, that's why you should Slayer shoot them.
Yeah, but I think I might have somebody I can kill.
There's a fortune teller yes in seat 4.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard about that too. There's also apparently a fortune teller yes on you.
No, I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
should
apparently there's a
shoot
fortune teller yes on
seat
you
4.
and seat 4.
Ooh, no, this fortune teller yes I heard was on 3 and 4.
No, from last night. I heard 3 and 4 on night 1, and then you and 4 on last night.
Cool, so you're shooting seat 4, the common denominator.
I mean, I guess I can do that. Yeah, if that's what you think is
Two
best.
fortune teller yeses. Like, I'm just the saint, but I know what 2 fortune teller yeses suggest someone's probably either a demon or a red herring. Either way, it's good to know.
Have you talked to seat 3 today?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I talked to them yesterday. They were lying about their roll yesterday.
Yeah, seat 3 told me that they're the empath. They got a 1
Yeah,
on
with a 1.
They got a 1 on the first night, and then they got a 0 last night.
Yeah, because they're poisoned in the spy poisoner game.
Okay. Well, if you think I should shoot seat 4, I'll shoot seat 4.
I do think you should seat 4. I could be wrong, but got a little inkling.
All right. Well, I'll go for it. Thanks. All right. You head back out to town. The storyteller opens nominations, and player in seat 2 says, "Hey, everybody. I'm the Slayer. I claim Slayer, and I shoot the player in seat 4." And storyteller says, "You claim Slayer and shoot the player in seat 4. Thank you." The player in seat 12 says, "So just so everybody knows, so I was lying yesterday about who my ping was. I'm the washerwoman, and the Undertaker, who I am confirming, has given me their information. And their information says that I am the washerwoman. Obviously.
Yeah.
So I don't think they were poisoned."
Okay.
And with that, Emma, do you want to nominate anyone?
No, I'll pass today.
All right.
I really did. I do think there's a drunk token on seat 2 and seat 4 is the demon, but I don't want to nominate them today.
All right, that sounds good. Seat 7 says, "Well, based on all of the information I have, the least likely player, I think the least likely person to be the demon is probably seat 9.
Emma.
Well, I think Emma is probably confirmed, but I think seat 9 is also probably not the demon. So I do think we should just go ahead and kill seat 2, just in case this is a minion plot. So seat 7 nominates seat 2. Seat 2 says, "Yeah, that's fair. I was seen in a minion ping by the investigator. I'm not the thing that was seen. So, yep. It's okay if we kill me to clear this world. The other person in the ping died in the night." So seat 7 nominates seat 2, and seat 8 votes on it, and seat 9 votes on it, and seat 10 votes on it. Seat 10 doesn't vote on it, and seat 1 votes on it. Seat 2 doesn't vote. I'll say seat 3 doesn't vote. Seat 4 doesn't vote. Seat 5 votes. Do you want to vote? That would take it to 6. It's on 5.
No, I'll pass.
It's on 5. Okay. If you're not going to nominate, I don't think anything else is going to get more than 5, so we're just going to go ahead and kill the player in seat 2. All right, and you go to sleep. Emma, what do you think is going on in this game?
I think the demon killed their spy.
Interesting. Okay. That is definitely a viable play, and is an interesting world. Would you like to guess at who the evil team is currently?
Seat 11, one of seat 3 and seat 4. Seat 10, maybe?
Okay. Sounds good. All right. We're gonna wake up the following morning, and the player in seat 3 has died.
Okay. Talk to seat 10.
You go talk to the player in seat 10. Hey,
Yep.
What's up, Emma?
How's it going? Just your saint here trying to collect my saintly dues.
Okay, that's great. I'm the other outsider. I'm the recluse.
Interesting.
Yeah, I kind of hit it like for the first day or two, like just kind of seeing if I could maybe get killed in the night. It seems like maybe it's a spy game though, so yeah, I figured it wasn't worth hiding it anymore. So yeah, I'm just a recluse.
Cool.
Yep. I think the fortune teller got a yes on me last night.
Interesting.
They said they were
All
going
right.
to check me. I assume they got a yes. So
That would make sense if you're the recluse.
yep. So
All right, let's talk to seat 1.
okay. You go talk to C1. Hey Emma, what's up?
How's it going? Just your saintier doing saintly stuff.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I'm the Undertaker. I'm Washerwoman confirmed by the player in seat 12. I was in we did a whole swap thing on the first day, me and seat 11 and seat 12. And last night I saw the player in seat 2 as the Scarlet Woman, which is weird because that's what they were seen as by the fake investigator, but not what they were seen as by the real investigator.
Yeah, it is strange, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Could be poisoned, could be the drunk, not sure.
All right, let's talk to seat 5.
All right, you go and chat with seat 5. Hey, Emma. I'm a chef with a 1. I don't really see any point in hiding it. I think it's a spy game. I think the player in seat 1 is probably evil. Maybe 12 was the spy. And nominated the virgin. Okay. Yep. And so that's pretty much that. The player in seat 8 says, I checked the player in seat 10 against the player in seat 7, and I got a yes on them, but they are claiming to be the recluse.
I think we should kill him.
All right. Sorry, I'm just putting this in the Grim here for the viewers at home. All right. The player in seat 8 says, yeah, I mean, we can definitely kill them. It might be helpful to kill them. I don't think they're in any pings, which is a little weird. They're not in the investigator ping. I did get a yes on them when I checked them as the fortune teller though.
Yeah, I'll be nominated but in seat 10 today.
All right, you're nominating seat 10.
Yep.
Okay, you nominate seat 10. Seat 7. Seat 8. Seat 9 doesn't vote on them. Seat 10 doesn't vote on themselves, but the player in seat 1 votes, and the player in seat 5 also votes, which is enough to get them on the block. Actually, that's. I think you only need 4, right? So the player in seat 5 won't vote because that would make it 5. Yeah, that'd make it too many. So it's 4 votes. The player in seat 5 nominates the player in seat 1. I'm a chef with a 1. I think seat 12 might be a spy that triggered the virgin, and so seat 1 could have been past the Grim and might just be the evil. Might just be the demon here. Seat 7 doesn't. Do you want to vote on this? I guess is
No.
the question. Seat 4 votes on it. Seat 5 votes on it. You don't vote on it. Seat 7 doesn't vote on it. 8 doesn't vote on it. 9 doesn't vote on it. 10 votes on it, but that's only 3, so that's not enough. Seat 10 is executed and dies, and everybody goes to sleep. I'll put them in as the recluse just for posterity. All right, Emma, this is night 3. What are you thinking?
Not sure.
All right. Well, you wake up in the morning to find that the player in seat 4 has died.
Okay.
I think we've been going for a little over an hour here. So why don't we see what the worlds are, Emma? Obviously, you don't necessarily have a clean view of the Grim, but what do you think the worlds are here?
I think there's definitely a poisoner. There's too much incorrect information, I think, for there not to be a poisoner. I don't think there's a Baron because we don't have a butler claim.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a spy. I think we have a Scarlet Woman. I think seats 10 and 9 are the Chef 1. Not 100% sure where the poisoner is. No, it's not seat 2. Think would I don't. Yeah. That's the tricky part, is I'm having trouble placing the poisoner. Seat 8 could be evil. I don't think they are.
All right, well, I'll tell you that the fortune teller has a yes on you and seat 1 today.
No, I kind of think the fortune teller is evil.
Well, that's fair enough. If you had to pick a demon, who would you pick?
Seat 9.
Pick seat 9. All right, well, let me go ahead and do this grim reveal. I'm not sure which team won. It doesn't really matter. Oh, right. I don't have to do the grim reveal thing. I forgot. I can't do that from this side. They can see my grim. All right. Well, let me tell you what happened in this game then, Emma. The players in seat 11, 12, and 1 are all good. The player in seat 11 is the Raven Keeper. The player in seat 12 is the Washerwoman, and the player in seat 1 is the Undertaker. They were all in a weird little role swap. It was designed to make them look evil, of course, from my perspective, but they were in fact good. Player in seat 2 is the actual Slayer. The player in seat 3 is the Empath, who was poisoned on the first day when they got the 1, and then because they claimed Investigator, was not poisoned on the second day when they got a 0. That poison was moved over to their neighbor, the Slayer. The poison Slayer shot the player in seat 4, who is in fact your Monk, and was the actual Monk. Was poisoned and didn't get to do a protection on the third night. You of course are the Saint. The player in seat 5 is in fact your Imp, who is selling an evil team elsewhere on the Grim. Seat 7 is the Virgin. Seat 8, you had it nailed down. There's definitely a poisoner in this game, and there they are pointing at all of the people who aren't the Imp. But because the Scarlet Woman got caught in a recluse bluff, the Scarlet Woman had to have a yes on them, and you killed them for being the Scarlet Woman, claiming recluse, which is fair enough. The player in seat 9 is the Drunk Investigator, who was shown the Raven Keeper and the Slayer as potential minions, and that was your game of Trouble Brewing.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you found the correct evils. I mean, I think you found the evil in seat 10. I think you kind of had sus on seat 8's information once the information for that day that framed you came out. That's another thing, of course, that is useful, is when players are framing you, what does their information look like if you know you're a good frame?
Yeah, no, that was just nonsense. The information just didn't allow for me to be the red herring.
Yeah, you weren't the red herring. There was no red herring because there was no fortune teller. So yeah, hopefully we've given you kind of an idea of how you can apply your critical reasoning and your social kind of conversations when talking to players, when interacting with other players, when you don't have information of your own. There's a lot of things you can do. You shouldn't feel limited by the fact that you don't start out with information.
Exactly.
And this same approach can apply to an each night star roll that gets killed on the first day or in the first night, right? You didn't get info.
It can also apply to an each night roll that gets information and realizes, you should always just follow your information. You gotta follow your social reads, your critical reasoning, your thinking of where the drunken poisoning could be. There's lots of stuff you have to look into, not just, here's my information, let's push on it.
Yep. You need to keep thinking, keep playing. Don't give up and sort of sit in town because you don't have the solve. Go talk to people, figure it out. That's part of the game.
And another thing that's part of this podcast is we say goodbye. May your scenarios stay grim.